Hello and welcome to week 3 of January 2024 Coffee and Card with Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk, and this month we're still using the Heartfelt Hexagon with its matching punch, which is getting all fingerprints on it, and we're going to be using the punch a lot today. We're going to do some tessellating. Those maths people amongst you will be happy with this. So let's get going. So you need lots of bits on this one. So you've got your envelope and you've got a fresh freezer card base, just an A4 card base, and then I've included a piece of basic white to go on the inside. Okay, and then the secret to this layout is there's actually 2 pieces of Blackberry Bliss on the front of this card, and one of them is slightly bigger than the other. So you need to put the bigger one to one side, and we're using the smaller one for the pattern. Okay, so just make sure you've got the little one, which is 13.9 by 9.5 if you want to check. And then you have 4 pieces of designer series paper. Okay, and we're going to punch twice out of each one, and obviously we're going to be using the back and the front of these papers to create the card. But the first thing I'm going to do is find the pool party one and stamp. Okay, so now I've used Blackberry Bliss, which is a neutral. I don't know what I've done with my setup today, but we're on a really weird angle, so this is straight to the camera but not straight to me, so that's going to be fun. Right, so I'm going to stamp the Let's Eat cake. Now this on mine I've used the Blackberry Bliss, but you could use any neutral, will work really well. So I'm just going to grab my Blackberry Bliss. You know, even like Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock would work. Other colours that are in there are Berry Burst, Lemon Lime Twist. Look on the back of your pack. There's loads of different colours. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually stamp our Let's Eat cake and punch it out. Then I'm going to add this little flourish that's in the stamp set as well. It's there. So just to give a little bit of added interest with it being a slightly smaller sentiment. So the first thing I'm going to do is stamp Let's Eat Cake, and I'm going to punch that out. So just cleaning off my stamp set. Blackberry Bliss does take a second or two to dry. So which knows today. Right, obviously going to hit someone later. Right, so I'm just going to punch that out, but I'm going to put it sort of towards the top, so I've got room to put the embellishment at the bottom. And then I am going to punch out the second hexagon out of that one as well. Okay. Right, and then I'm just going to bring this towards me, and I'm still battling with this camera light. I'm much happier with the images that you're getting to see. There's a lot fewer, or the shadows are a lot lighter, but it's just in my way. My new halo light. So, and that's it for stamping on this one. Okay, so I can pop that away. And then we're just going to stamp our shapes out of here. So I'm going to put that away, but not on top of the rest of the card. So you just need 2 of each. So that's 1, 2. 3, 4, and then 5, and just another one for the background, 6. Okay, so got 1, They're about the same, aren't they? And yeah, and then obviously that's the back to that one. Okay, so now what I did was, this one is on dimensionals, and also I use my silicone mat because otherwise you are going to get glue on your paper. Okay, so the first thing I did was loosely position this one. Okay, but then I wanted to make sure that we're sort of cutting things that are reasonable. We're not ending up with too many little slivers of things. So the next two I put on with these two. So yeah, I'm going to bring that down a bit. And straight, we would do all, you know, things would line up a lot easier if it was straight. There we go. So I think we're going to go all right there. So that one is there. This one is here, and then the bit you cut off goes here. That one is going there. That one is going there. This one is going here. And as I say, you've got that bit which will fit in there. Okay, so there you go. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually fix this one in place, because this is like the anchor piece, if you like. So, and I'm going to pop this up on some dimensionals. I've got my dimensionals here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's just a case of gluing on the rest of the bits and trimming it to size, or trimming all the extras off. Okay, so that's just moved a little bit. So that's going to go about there. Okay, and then it's just a case of gluing everything else on. So we'll do this one. This has got, it's only about half of it's got glue on. And I'm just going to glue that so it lines up with an even gap on that one. Just going to twist that a wee bit. Okay, so this one is sort of here. We're gluing. Ooh, don't do that. And that one is going on there. Okay, that's a little bit of a big gap, but never mind. And then we'll pop this one, so it's about 2/3 of it needs gluing on this one. I'd take your time over this. I'm rushing a little bit, and I don't know why, because I don't need to. Not straight. There we go. Now we're putting this one on here. So I'm actually going to put a bit of glue on this corner here, and then around here. Going, yep, and there too. So now we're lining up with the greeting and with the one next to it. There we go. So you can do this with any papers you want, and I just think it works out. It looks really nice, and that additional layer seemed to finish it off. I initially did it without the additional layer, and it made sort of the edge gaps where the Blackberry Blisses look really odd, because some of them were quite big when I did it on the larger piece of card. So this one I'm just gluing the card because I can see where this one's going. So I trimmed it down, and it made a massive difference. There we go. Same with this one. Just put, oops, we are leaking out. Let's just spread that a bit. There we go. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Right. Okay, so just bringing that up so it lines up with the other two pieces. There we go. That's them all in. So I'm just going to take that and I'm just snipping off this end because I need it. So I've got my big scissors. Got my big knickers. I don't know why I said that, just ignore me. So I'm just snipping that off for now because that's not quite dry yet. And I'm just going to put some glue on here. There we go. And that's more leaves. Okay, so really simple but effective card, I think you'll agree. Okay, let's give that a few seconds to dry. And then I'm going to trim it using my big scissors. Or you can put it in your trimmer and do it if you want, it's up to you. Still got wee bits of glue. I would suggest if you have a guillotine might be better than a trimmer. So, but it's your preferred method of. Right, and I'm just taking that and then I'm lining up with the Blackberry Bliss and just trimming that off. And again. So I'm using the card as a stopper really for the blade. So I'm not cutting any of the card, I am just cutting the DSP. She says, just trimmed off a corner. Right, so carefully again, just up to the card, just trim that off. And then the last piece is along the bottom there. There. How cool does that look? Now this one, obviously I've put it further over this way, so we haven't actually got a little piece there. But if you do need a little piece there, you've got lots of bits you can use just to fill in that gap. So probably, although you wouldn't want it the same as that. So, or you can just, if you don't have anything that's the right size, what you can do, say you needed that bit and you wanted to use another bit of blue, just come in, so it's the end we need, just come in with your punch another bit, and then you'd be able to stick it on the end if you needed to. Okay, so right. Right, so that's the main panel of your card, and then we're going to make it up. So we're just taking the larger piece of Blackberry Bliss and gluing the two together. And that just finishes it off. I think it just makes it look, I don't know, more professional. Is that the word I'm looking for? But I think it just finishes it off really nicely. Well, it's not going right to the edge. And then we've got your card base. So we'll put the basic white on the inside. If you can grab it. So that just goes on the inside there. Perfect. And then front piece goes on the front. pleased with that. I think it goes well. I love the blackberry bliss there. Honestly, I don't have someone else's teeth in today, and the blackberry bliss goes really well with the fresh freesia. So, and there we go. So I hope you like those, and pop onto Facebook and share on the Linda's Papercrafters Facebook page. If you use, well, the ones you make and any others you make with any other paper. So really pleased with those, and take care, and I will see you next week. Bye.